Good, happy Monday morning, January 31st, 2022. I'm Riley King. Welcome to this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Let's get started right now. First up, Black Ice Pond Hockey Tournament continues on Sunday despite Saturday's storm. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Oh, just right.
Hundreds of hockey fans descended on White Park in Concord this weekend for the Black Ice Pond Hockey Tournament, an event challenged by Saturday's winter storm.
Why not? We've dealt with rain, we've dealt with warm weather, we've dealt with snowstorm at setup, but never during play.
It's a three-day tournament, but play was suspended at noon on Saturday due to the conditions.
The snow and wind pounded the park all night long. The City of Concord Park and Rec were here till about 10 o'clock last night and then got back here at about 5 this morning.
Along with about 50 volunteers who helped put the 9 rinks back together. This year's tournament has 80 teams broken up into 4 divisions based on age, ability, gender, etc. They even have a separate rink for youth games.
This is going to be so much fun.
A little disappointed we didn't get to play yesterday afternoon. I think we would have had a blast, but nonetheless, still great to be out here today, and I'm glad they were able to pull off the rest of the tournament.
Now, this is the 11th year of the tournament. They took last year off because of COVID, but through the years, the event has given about $500,000 back to local organizations. Many of the volunteers each year are from area high school hockey programs, which the tournament contributes to.
We're a nonprofit, and all of it goes back to, worthy recreational causes.
Since this tournament's been put on, what it's done for the city is just tremendous.
The tournament has been challenged by weather in recent years, some years too warm to play. The pandemic added to the challenges, so some cold winter weather was welcome.
We just wanted to have a great tournament this year and get the interest back and see where it went from here.
In Concord, Jason King, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman injured in snowmobile crash. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
A Concord woman has potentially life-threatening injuries after a snowmobile accident this afternoon in Boscawen. According to New Hampshire Fish and Game, the woman accelerated into trees, fell off the snowmobile, and then slid down a steep embankment toward the Merrimack River.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman med-flighted to Boston after a sledding accident. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Grace, Mike, that's right. A woman in her 30s was flown to a Boston area level 1 trauma center after falling off a sled and losing the ability to move her legs. A Medflight helicopter was called to Max Apples in Londonderry Sunday afternoon after a woman in her 30s fell off a sled and lost feeling and movement in her lower body.
This patient in this case was sitting sledding and hit a jump that she hadn't anticipated. When she went up on the jump and came down, she'd really landed pretty hard on her tailbone, and that thus kind of caused the injury.
The incident happened around 2:30 in the afternoon, startling dozens of families who were at Max Apples sledding down the hill.
We saw all the fire trucks and a helicopter there.
Londonderry firefighters responded to the incident, which happened at the same time as they were dealing with a gas leak on the other side of town.
What we were able to do up at the gas call, when this call came in around 14:30 hours or 2:30 p.m., we were able to release some companies that weren't really needed at the gas leak to make their way down to Max Apples to provide advanced life support as soon as possible.
No update on the victim's status at this point, but families at the sled hill say the incident made them think twice about safety.
We're taking it easy, though, making the kids slow down before they go over that big.
I'm getting married really soon, and I feel that cool sculpting will help me kickstart preparations for the jump.
And the Londonderry Fire Department tells us that the hill behind Max Apples is quite a popular place for sledders, and some safety tips from the department if you do want to go sledding on that hill. They say take it nice and easy and scope out the slope ahead of time so you don't hit any of those unexpected bumps or jumps. They also say try and go on a less crowded day. Today, obviously a very crowded one, being a Sunday after a large snowstorm. We're live in Londonderry tonight. Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Scott, thank you. Turning to the forecast now as we...
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman battles long haul of COVID-19. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Tanya O'Mara's health issues got so bad, she started thinking the worst was possible.
I really thought I was going to die quite a few times. I started writing letters to my kids because I didn't know what was wrong.
The Litchfield mother of 5 and her fiancé, Larry Probst, contracted COVID in November of 2020. Probst was in the hospital on a ventilator. O'Mara had a more mild case, but even after that initial illness, her symptoms persisted.
The cognitive stuff is really bad. Sometimes I say the wrong words.
She says she also gets nerve pains, fatigue, shortness of breath, dizziness, among other issues.
She's had a head CAT scan. She's had a spinal scan. She's had, I don't know how many EKGs, and everything comes back normal.
Just 1 week ago, 14 months after getting COVID, O'Mara went to the post-acute COVID syndrome clinic at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center, which treats people who are experiencing symptoms months after initial infection. Dartmouth says it's seen 325 patients since the clinic started last April. O'Mara says she's now getting the help she needs. It has a long road ahead with breathing and cognitive exercises, but was told she can recover.
If it's post-COVID, there's help out there. You can recover. Your body's telling you something, so trust your body.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning news update right here on the Riley King Radio Network. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.